Welcome back, folks. It is 5:16 on this wonderful Thursday. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast. As we take a look outside right now, we are actually going to see some darker skies compared to what we're used to. That's just due to this cloud coverage that's actually hanging out with us here in the Grand Valley. That kind of gave us maybe a little bit of some precipitation in your backyards. We're also looking at some cooler temperatures. That's right. We do have cooler temperatures continuing with us through the end of the work week and into the weekend. A little bit of a slow warm up is expected. Precipitation is still expected over the northern and the central mountains. Could be turning into some snow over those flat tops area, over that steamboat area, and some noticeable accumulation is going to happen, but it will move out by that early work week, but we still got a couple more days of that. And our last freeze is usually April 22nd, so just days away, and it's looking like that last freeze of the season is actually going to be tonight. As we get into the weekend, those temperatures are going to rise during the nighttime hours. We do have this freeze warning still active at least until, well, tomorrow at 10 a.m. It's been extended for about another 24 hours compared to yesterday, and that's just in Mesa County over in Utah and even closer down to Montrose. A little bit more nationally, we'll take a peek. We've got some of the coldest temperatures in the country. Medford is that only area that has those cooler temperatures. Grand Junction's looking at 27, Denver at 30. A little bit closer, we'll take a look. Montrose is even cooler at 25. Those areas further east, Aspen's even in those teens. Glenwood and Gunnison down at 24 degrees. We'll also take a look at that temperature change in the last 24 hours. We've lost 18 degrees in Montrose. We've lost 15 degrees in Grand Junction, 19 in Delta, and same with those areas further east, down in those upper teens compared to what we've lost compared to yesterday. Tonight, again, that sub-freezing range, 24 degrees in Montrose, 29 in Grand Junction. So cover those plants if you've got your garden started quite yet, but after tonight, this weekend might be the perfect chance to kind of get that wet soil dug up and start planting your plants out there. Our 6 to 10 day temperature, we'll notice that we're only going to have a 36% chance of normal temperatures in both Grand Junction and Montrose, which means that we're going to stay on that cooler side of things. We're going to just get up into those seasonal averages as we get into the early work week. The wind speeds right now are feeling pretty mild as well, less than 10 miles an hour all along the western slope. But remember, with wind speeds, that means that what it actually feels like outside is on that cooler side of things. So it's actually feeling down in those teens in Montrose and down in those low 20s in Grand Junction. Our almanac will show us that high is only going to get up to 51 today instead of our typical 67. That low end 30 instead of our typical 39. And our dog walking forecast, folks, definitely on that cooler side of things. Mr. Keanu's hanging out with me for today and just only for tomorrow. So just 37 at 9 a.m., 46 at noon, 51 at 3 p.m. Send me a photo of your dog to that email above if you want to show him on next week's forecast. We'll take a look at that pollen forecast. Trees on the high end, grasses, weeds, mold, still on that low end of things. And those rainfall totals for the last 24 hours, really less than 1/10 of an inch in all of those areas along the western slope. But in those higher elevations, we could be getting that snowfall, folks. For the rest of the work, well, for the next 2 days, sub-freezing temperatures are happening, but the early work week will get us right back up to the seasonal averages.